You got Julie. How are you? I know you're excited about our guest. I am too, just because anything involving technology like this is intriguing, and my son loves Roblox. So go ahead with our guest.
Thank you, Neil. I'm so happy to have our next guest, Rami Abu Jaber. He's the founder and chief vision officer of Virality, where he pioneers the integration of real life experiences into gaming through virtual reality. With his extensive expertise in digital transformation, he creates innovative products that deliver impactful business value and elevate customer journey. Rami, welcome today to the Stay on Course podcast.
Oh, hi, Julie and Niels. Thank you for having me on this beautiful podcast.
All
Thanks
right,
so much for being here.
fantastic.
Thank you so much. So before we get started, I always ask my guest, what is your favorite food?
Okay, my favorite food it's called mansaf. That's an Arabic thing. I know I promised you to do a website. You know what?
That's
I'm gonna
okay.
make this. I'll make a website about mansaf, share it with you so you can share it later with your audience to know what exactly I'm talking about.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'm very curious about this dish because it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it does.
But
It
let's
is.
get into a little bit about this and just tell us quickly about your company.
Right. So, Veriality is a startup that we founded 2 years ago. What we basically do is we connect fitness trackers and fitness apps, such as Fitbit, for example, right into video games. So the idea is simple. You do sports in real life, your characters, your assets in video game develops along with you. So we want you will be doing sports, or gamers will be doing sports in real life for the love of the game. We're currently connected with one game on Roblox. We're connected with Fitbit, Google Fit, and Garmin. And our goal is to make millions of people, especially children, adopt to a healthier lifestyle.
I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool how we can take something that is sedentary and make it active. So that is so, so cool. Let's get right into your ingredients for success, Rami. Tell us your first ingredient for success.
Well, it all starts at the your first job, employment phase, which is the most important phase in anyone's life. But there's a rule of it. There's a condition. You need to take initiatives all the time. Employment is the best thing that can ever happen to anyone. It's the only school in the world that will actually teach you something and pay you for it. I know you're expected to deliver, that's right. But if you do it right, you learn new things. It contributes into your own personal growth for very long years. However, if you've met this character, we've all been through this, that tells you, do your job, nothing more than your job. Do what's written in your job description. He's lying to you. If you do just that, that's a big failure. Do everything that is beyond your job description. Do more than what's expected from you, because you're not, at the end of the day, you're not working for the company, you're working for yourself, for your own personal growth. Try to learn from all of your colleagues, all of the departments, from absolutely anyone. If lunch break, for example, ask the HR guy, how do you do payrolls? Learn about that. Initiate, fix problems that is none of your concern, none of your. If you have an idea, go ahead and pitch it within the organization. Just don't stick to the job description that they gave to you. I mean, be perfect, do it right, but always
Yeah.
exceed expectations.
Definitely.
I like that. Well, so in here in the United States, we have, I think that would be widely accepted, but then in some instances not accepted. So it's an interesting concept. But the truth is that they always tell you when you want to get promoted, are you doing the next level job up? So they want you to do the job before you get the job, which is really what you're saying is that in order to get promoted, you need to be doing more than what you're doing right now. Neil, what do you think? You're on mute, Neil.
I think the what you have to look at is specifically enough. The more effort you put in, the harder you work, the more you're gonna beat your competitor, and you're gonna outwork your competitor. So going and saying, "Hey, this is what the expectation we got to meet. We're gonna meet a higher expectation, and that we have to constantly strive for excellence. And if you're not going to strive for excellence, you're gonna go to the race at the bottom. That's the bottom line."
True, true. Okay, what is your next ingredients for success?
I've met a lot of people. I used to be one of them, which we call ourselves workaholic. It doesn't work. There needs to be a work-life balance, right? So success isn't sustainable without balance. Working nonstop may lead to short-term wins. That's fine. That's okay. But you also want the long-term wins, right? You need to have this mental relief. You need to have this physical. Your body needs to have a break. I mean, running, going outdoors and running. I mean, it's sport. It's still. This is a break for yourself, your mental wellness, and your body. This balance. If you don't feel like working today, just don't do it. Don't work today, because your mental inner self asking you to take a break. And work-life balance is just so important. Just like work is important, I understand, but taking a break is just as important as well.
And that's the entrepreneurial addiction. Okay. And you'll get into those phases. And then when you get taken out and go back to more work-life balance, you feel much better, don't you, Rami?
Absolutely, absolutely. You need to take a break. Working countless hours a day, that it's not going to help, because you will break at a certain a set of time. You will break. I broke. I stayed at my bed. I never wanted to wake up. I reached to that level until I realized that what I'm doing is absolutely wrong. I have to pay attention to my own well-being, my family. They need me as well. It's not just my work. So work-life balance is an ingredient, important one.
Super important. I think when you work in a company, a traditional company, they force you to take the weekends off. You have to go home, you have to shut the computer down. So when you have your own business, it's much harder to shut it down. But but the great thing about having your own business is that if you want to take a day off, whenever you want to take a day off, you take a day off. And so you just clear your calendar to do what you need to do. And so that's what I love about having my own business. Tomorrow I have to go to the dentist and I'm going to take almost 2 days off to go have a procedure. But the thing is you have to do those things. You have to do the things that are going to help you be well. Health is so super important. We need to watch after ourselves, our spiritual well-being, our mental well-being, and our physical well-being.
Absolutely. And in our culture, if someone needs a break or a day off, we don't ask why. That's enough for us. Tomorrow I'm not coming. That's enough. No reason need to be given.
I love that. Neil, any thoughts on this?
I absolutely agree. I mean, it's when you finally start taking breaks and you finally start seeing things and you see what your worth is per hour, it's a game changer. I think a mistake that people make is they want to scale so quickly and they want to scale fast, and yet they have not identified what their profit margin is, what they're doing. So they continue to work so many hours doing so many different jobs and saying, "Hey, this is great." And you get in this addiction. Okay, next client, next this, next that. And you don't sit and see to yourself, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing?" You know, totally.
Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. What is the next ingredient, Rami?
The next one, although it is the last one, but I think this is the most important one. You may have a vision. Perfect. You may be a very good leader. Awesome. You may have a brilliant idea. Without people, it means absolutely nothing. People are the foundation of success. Success isn't achieved alone. It's like building a massive Lego castle, you know? And you often see this on interviews. Successful people are focused in that frame alone, talking about their success, their company's success. It's like building the Lego castle, and on the top of the Lego castle, there's one big block, red block. The focus is all here. No success have ever been made without the people, the rest of the Lego blocks. Sometimes, in many cases, for example, let me to talk about myself. I'm bad at at a lot of areas. I need people around me, successful people with good mindsets to help me build this success. I can't call it success yet, but to make success, you need people all around you. To take this, for example, just to stop for a while, think, try to remember the last 25 years of your life and try to think of people that have put you here in this position. You will start remembering that people have given you advice, whether maybe they give you a small advice, maybe they did a favor from you that deviated your whole career, that made you reach this point at this time. People are the most important thing. You need to surround yourself with people with the right mindset, with people that will actually do the extra thing, an extra mile with you. I believe people is the greatest bliss that God have ever given to mankind. People are for people, and this is the greatest thing you can ever have. If you have great people around you, this is a bliss. You are actually blessed.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you grow into the leadership role of CEO, you realize that more and more the people are everything, that you're getting work done through your teams and the leadership team of your organization. So the more the leader needs to be attuned to that team because it's everything, you know?
Yeah, and no
Absolutely.
doubt. And it's like the people you surround yourself that are growing with you or are in another level. That's where the importance of hiring a coach comes into place. You want to bring a coach in who's much more experienced than you are, has seen the game, has gone to that level, and are the right people, the right person. And a lot of times people are spending money on other things versus hiring a coach that's been there, done it, and understands where to go next. And a lot of coaches, they create the system, they create a specific thing, but ultimately they've not done it themselves. Or even, let's say, an agency that says, I'm going to get you to the next level, yet they can't get themselves to the next level. So you always have to look at who are you surrounding yourself that are high level achievers around you, either on your team or even as a network of people, so you can keep growing and keep learning.
Yeah, and the people are
Absolutely.
the foundation of success. I love that. I love that. So tell us, if there was one piece of advice you would want to give your younger self, Rami, what would it be?
Education. I did not finish I did not go to college, right? I did not finish my high school. If I go back in time, I would have done that.
That would have been good. Yeah. So, okay, tell us a little bit more about your company, how we can find out more about you.
Well, if you go to our website, vereality.com, you can find all the information you need, our future vision, what we're trying to build. And now is a very good time to join the beta program. If you do, you get a lifetime free subscription. Right now it's free anyway. We will be monetizing in a year or so. But if you create an account right now, it's going to be a lifetime free subscription for parents and their children to benefit from this experience. We're collecting feedback from beta testers, and we have all the information available on our website, vereality.com.
Amazing.
Excellent. Well, what a great show. Appreciate it, Julie. Thanks again, Rami. All right, that was the special simulcast.